Hey everybody, welcome back to Minor Stuff. I'm Matt.
I'm Pat.
We're the Minor Brothers. Today we got some man stuff, Pat. We're looking at an ice maker. Let's get into it.
Alright, welcome back everybody. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. You're here, hit the button, help that algorithm. You're going to be like, hey, these guys are cool, or they suck. Either way, subscribe to our channel. It'll be awesome.
So much more cooler than suck, though.
Yeah, exactly. Then check us out over on Patreon as well. We do a lot of sample giveaways over there. Oh, did I mention like this video? I skipped that part too. Like this video as well. Thank you. Drop some comments down below if you've had this ice maker, what your thoughts are on it, or what is your favorite ice maker. We've done nugget ice reviews. We've done the clear sphere balls. We've done like everything.
We've done a whole bunch of little stuff, but
first time we actually had a machine.
So this one is, I mean, we did have the GE Opal, I believe it is our nugget ice maker, which was pretty badass. And I will say this, Ecozy also, this is Ecozy, they make one. I will say right up front, they did send this to us for a review, but you guys know us. If it sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. If it's good, we're going to say it's good. Like, we throw out, throw it all out, just honest opinions, yeah. So anyways, the nice thing is before they actually sent this to us, I was actually looking at buying some.
Yep.
All right. So it was actually between this one and Frigidaire.
So explain to people, Matt, what our procedure was before this for our ice storage. This goes back years.
Oh my goodness. We were literally doing it at work. I'll actually grab one. So we have
a little freezer at the end here for our ice storage.
At the end. We have an ice maker, and as you can see, we got a whole bunch of mess on the top. Get rid of all that, and then we can pop out a thing, and it is not clear at all. You can see it definitely doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, it
was nice because it's a big block. I've tried the other ones, the one that has the styrofoam to it. I've tried a whole bunch of other ones, and I could never actually get good clear ice. Granted, the other way to do it is you fill.
It's not just clear ice. Let's talk volume, right? Because
we have to make a
lot. So what we would do is we would go in. We'd start the beginning of our day by emptying that ice maker and putting it into a Ziploc bag, right? And then we would fill it up.
We'd have to do it every 12 hours.
Yep. So right before we go to bed, we would do it again.
8 blocks of ice a day.
That's it. So 8 blocks of ice per day. We were doing
this at work. Yes. We were doing this at work.
So he would take them. I would take them.
It didn't help. And then I did try to get fancy with the spheres. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, you fill it up
that
and
one's
you put it into the thing. I threw it away. I threw it away. I was getting spheres that weren't actually fully round. They weren't actually still clear.
They're like halfway full, so circle bottom, and then you're missing.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
You couldn't get the air out.
It was a pain in the ass. So and then there is the other thing which I've done too. You fill the cooler and then you cut it. That's a fucking lot of work.
Yeah,
a lot of work. So, anyways, I was looking. Frigidaire was a smaller machine than this one. It's a little bit less expensive. I know why it's less expensive now after I've actually looked into this machine. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This thing is fucking badass to the point.
Well, so much for the review. Thanks for stopping by.
I am literally going to look at their nugget ice maker.
The way you're supposed to lay these out, Matt, is this is it, and then you follow up with this is the balls at the very end.
Anyways. Right now we are drinking and we need some ice balls.
We do. Oh, by the way, we're drinking some Joe Magna cigar blend. It will be in the sample lottery for our Patreons.
I will open this up, Pat. Pull it out. Oh, look at that. One ice ball for you. And look at that. One ice ball for me. Look how clear that is.
No, awesome. Now, better yet, Matt, really quick. Pull that ice tray out. Oh, wow. It's kind of wet. But
it's a little wet.
How many?
Look it. That's crystal.
Yeah,
crystal clear.
That is really, really clear. But now, Matt, how many balls are in there?
There's a lot. This thing can hold 56.
So, we're making 8 a day, and that's made that in what? Less than 24 hours?
Yeah. So, you can actually make 144 of these spheres a day.
What?
Yeah. So, we literally got this thing in last night. Super excited. So, when you got it out, the very first thing you got to do is you go through all the stuff you get. So, we did have ice tongs, which I was like, oh, I got to go buy ice tongs. Nope. Freaking included. How awesome is that? Dude, look at these things. It's like little egg trays, but they're for your ice spheres. So you get three of them. So I can literally, and I'm gonna do this because
So I can
have
take
a party.
So I can take 8 of them home.
You can do that. I mean,
Yeah.
you can do more than that because there's literally 3 of these things in here.
Yeah, so I can take.
But the thing is we do have a tiki party coming up, and we do need ice for it. So instead of doing Ziploc bags and all that type of stuff, I'm just gonna use these things. They'll stack nice and neatly in there. They also gave you a TDS meter for water quality testing. All of this was all included. Plus, there's more piping that's actually at the end of the bar down here, because you can actually hardwire this right in with a water inlet port and just never have to worry about filling it. Now, it would have to be filtered water to get good clear ice.
Yep.
Either that or you're going to have to like boil your water out. You know what? I just take the easy way out. I go to the store and I buy distilled water.
Mm-hmm.
Distilled water is the easiest way to not deal with anything. And then all you do is you pull the tray out, you pour the water in, right? So the very first thing you also have to do is you got to clean it when you get it. Guess how easy it was to clean?
How, Matt?
I poured water, warm water in it, hit auto clean. And it runs its own cycle, and then I just drained it out, wiped it out, we were good to go.
That's pretty easy.
I remember when I was doing my GE one, it was a pain in the ass. I'd have to like run a cycle, then I'd have to hit a button, then I'd run a cycle, then I would do another thing, then I would have to drain it all, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This thing has the auto clean feature. It's freaking awesome. So I just did it, drained it, it was cool. Brought it down here. Filled it up with water last night. And I was like, I'm just going to wait up because I really want to see what these things come out with. So the very first couple that you get, they do have a little notch in them. The notch isn't that bad though, right? It's like a little bubble part. After that, they all come out and they're fully formed, right? So I ended up having one of these last night and I was like, fuck, this thing's great. And then literally before I went to bed, there was already another 4 made. So 35-ish minutes to 40. It's guaranteed to be 4 balls within 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. However, I think it was like close to 35. That's impressive. Because like we were 12 hours.
12 hours for 4 of them. So
the other thing is obviously this is a lot of insulation. This is a lot bigger than the like the GE one that I have upstairs.
Yep.
This is a lot bigger than the frigid air one, I think it was the other one I was looking at. It's insulated. It's got this glacial lock technology, which helps them melt 15% slower. The cool thing is, if they do melt, guess what? Right back into the water pan in the bottom, and they get remade into new ice. So you're always going to have ice going, which I do like because in the very beginning of this, we do drink neat occasionally. All summer long, we're having it on ice. It's hot enough. I don't want warm drinks. Let alone, remember what the temperature was supposed to be to drink whiskey?
Yeah.
60 to 65 degrees.
It'll be chilled.
And nothing is going to be chilled anymore. My stuff upstairs is, I mean, my house with the AC running is like 70 to 72 degrees, depending on, you know, how much money I have that week. Because I like it to be colder, but, you know, once again, so I have to drop the temperature of this to get optimal flavor.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about having these balls. And not only that, but I have a whole bunch of people that come over, and you know what they say? I need it on ice. I'll only drink it on ice. And once again, if I did,
a lot of people need the ice in there. One to cool it down, make it a little bit easier to drink, but also help with that dilution of it a little bit.
It does, and it does end up pulling out more flavors as you put a little bit of water in to pull the proof down. And you know what though? Look at this ball. It holds up in the whiskey too. It's not like it's just going to melt right away. If I took regular ice cubes, this is all going to get cloudy, right? Then it's not going to really look that great. You'll see a water separation line with the whiskey. And then it melts really, really fast. So then if you're outside, you have to put more in. Yep. This one, I actually had one ball go through. I was able to do 2 pours last night, and the one ball was still in there at the end. I was like, this thing is awesome. This is why I'm saying this thing is so badass that I could not be happier with going with it. Because I was going to go with that, I think it was Frigid Air or whatever, just because of the price point.
Yep.
Right?
But we've also learned, Matt, with price.
Price doesn't get you anything.
What you get.
You
That's
do.
The thing.
And this is $5.99. So these are $5.99, right? Which is not bad at all for an ice maker. And like I said, I'm so impressed with this one. I'm actually going to try to get the Nugget Ice one to see if I can replace my GE upstairs with one of these ones. It's got the badass blue light, so it looks cool, you know what I mean, when you have it on your bar. This is actually going to now be built into the bar down here. We are going to have to change around some shelving in order to fit this thing in. You have fans here on each side and in the back, so you can't just put stuff right up against it. You do need some room in on each side of it. I want to say it was like 6 inches or something all the way around for airflow. which still isn't bad, but it's going to be one of those things where we're going to put it in the bar. It's going to have the light on. It's going to show that there's always some ice balls there. And like I said, when people come over, I can just grab one out instead of having to go to the freezer at the end of the bar, open a Ziploc bag, you know, break it apart because they freeze inside the Ziploc bag together.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then you're sitting there like hammering it down, and you know, when somebody comes over to drink, that's not what you want them to see.
No.
Right? You want to just literally drop in a ball.
But this ice looks sexy because it's clear.
I was going to say, that's the other thing. Is you drop in a sexy ball, and they're just like, damn, this is awesome.
Yeah.
100%. People are going to come over to like the tiki party I have and everything else, and they're going to say, damn, this thing's fucking badass. I already showed it to one person, they're like, I need this. I'm like, yes, I am going to give you a link so you can go get it. There's going to be a link down below. It doesn't cost you guys any more. It just helps, you know, share the love our way a little bit. You know, Amazon ends up, you know, kicking over some stuff to us. But yeah, this thing, it's awesome. It dilutes super slow because it's a bigger block of ice. Temperature is nailing it. I literally can't come up with a negative about this thing.
Yeah.
It also has a drip tray down here underneath. So they thought of everything when they were coming out with this. They literally said, what do bourbon drinkers need? And then they came up with everything and put it into a machine.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? The other machine that we were looking at was actually $350 or something like that. So it's only $150 more. You can hold more ice. It looks better. It doesn't melt as fast, right? So every reason is to go to this machine over any other one.
Yep.
100%. Anyways, that's our review. If you guys have had this one, if you guys have seen it out there, let us know what your thoughts are about it. Like I said, I love this machine. I truly want to get the Nugget Ice one and try that to try to replace my GE one. But anyways, this thing is great
for my house now.
It's a must-have. You know, we can hook you up, Pat. We can hook you up. And we will each have one.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for subscribing, helping our channel out, and we hope you guys all have a great day.